Welcome to Ultimate Sleep Doctor. Subscribe for new soothing facts weekly. Tonight we'll explore 100 calm facts about deep ocean creatures. Close your eyes, get lost in the depths, and drift to sleep. Let's begin. The abyss beckons, quietly beneath the ceaseless rhythm of the surface waves. A world exists that's profoundly different, a realm sculpted by forces we barely comprehend. We're talking about the Hadal Zone, the deepest parts of our oceans, trenches plunging to depths exceeding 8,000 meters. These are places where the pressure is immense, exceeding 90 atmospheres, a force capable of crushing most known organisms. Sunlight simply doesn't reach these areas. It's a perpetual, absolute darkness. The water itself is frigid, hovering just above freezing temperatures. Yet, within this extreme environment, life persists, adapting in ways that challenge our understanding of biology. The sheer scale of this darkness is difficult to grasp. It's a world measured not in kilometers, but in the crushing weight of water and the absence of light. These trenches are geological scars, formed by the movement of tectonic plates, creating the deepest canyons on our planet. They represent a significant portion of our world's total habitat, and astonishingly, the vast majority of the Hadal Zone remains unexplored. We've mapped the seafloor in many areas, but the trenches themselves, Challenger Deep in the Mariana Trench, the Tonga Trench, the Kuril-Kamchatka Trench, they are largely uncharted territories. The mysteries held within these deep waters are immense, and the potential for discovery, both biological and geological, is truly staggering. A world unlike any other, the deep ocean is, quite simply, the largest habitat on Earth. Considering the volume of water exceeding 350 million cubic kilometers, it dwarfs even the largest terrestrial biomes. And while we have spent considerable time exploring the shallower waters, the deep ocean remains largely unexplored. Our technology is constantly evolving, but the challenges presented by the pressure, temperature, and darkness make investigation incredibly difficult and expensive. Robotic submersibles are pushed to their limits, and the data they collect is precious and painstakingly analyzed. The lack of understanding fuels a sense of wonder, a realization that we've only scratched the surface, quite literally, of what's out there. Imagine the undiscovered species, the unique adaptations, the geological formations waiting to be revealed. It's a frontier of science, one that demands patience, ingenuity, and a deep respect for the power and the mystery of the ocean. Bioluminescence, the light of the deep. Let's consider the remarkable phenomenon of bioluminescence, a light created by living organisms. It's a breathtaking spectacle, a living light show unfolding in the darkest depths. But how does it actually work? The basic chemistry is fascinating and surprisingly elegant. Essentially, bioluminescence is a chemical reaction that produces light. It relies on a process called chemiluminescence, where chemical energy is converted directly into light energy without generating heat. The key players in this reaction are a light-emitting molecule, often called a luciferin, and an enzyme called luciferase. Luciferase acts as a catalyst, speeding up the reaction. The luciferin reacts with oxygen, and this process releases energy in the form of photons, individual particles of light. Different luciferins and luciferases produce light of different colors, typically blue or green, which are the most effective wavelengths for traveling through water. Some organisms, like certain jellyfish and shrimp, have highly efficient bioluminescent systems. Others, like anglerfish, use bioluminescence as a lure to attract prey. The purpose varies across species, from communication and camouflage to predation and defense. Let's delve a little deeper into the specifics. The color of the light produced depends on the specific luciferin molecule involved. For instance, in some deep sea jellyfish, coelenterazine is the primary luciferin. This molecule reacts with oxygen and yields a bright blue light. In other organisms, such as certain bacteria, different luciferins are utilized, resulting in various shades of green or even yellow light. The intensity of the light emitted can also be controlled by the organism, often linked to neuronal signals. Some creatures can rapidly increase or decrease the amount of light produced, creating dazzling displays. Consider the deep sea anglerfish. This iconic predator uses a bioluminescent lure, a modified dorsal fin spine, to attract unsuspecting prey. The light is produced by symbiotic bacteria that live within a specialized cavity in the lure. The bacteria are provided with nutrients by the anglerfish, and in return, they generate the light. It's a beautiful example of mutualism, a symbiotic relationship where both organisms benefit. Another striking example is the firefly squid. These small cephalopods use bioluminescence not just for camouflage but also for dazzling displays, essentially flashing searchlights, to confuse predators. The patterns and rhythms of these flashes are incredibly complex and may play a role in communication. The chemistry is also influenced by the environment. The pressure at these depths is so intense that it affects the reaction rates of the chemical processes. Scientists are still studying how these extreme conditions impact bioluminescence, and it's likely that there are unique adaptations in the enzymes themselves. Finally, the longevity of bioluminescence varies considerably. Some reactions are incredibly brief, lasting only a fraction of a second, while others can persist for several minutes. The factors controlling the duration of the light emission, enzyme concentration, oxygen levels, and the surrounding environment are complex and are still being investigated. The bioluminescence of the deep sea is not just a fascinating scientific phenomenon. It's a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of life, a living light in the darkest corners of our world. The pressure down here is immense, a constant, silent weight that shapes every aspect of life in the deep ocean. It's a world shrouded in darkness, a realm beyond the reach of sunlight, and yet teeming with an extraordinary diversity of life. As we venture into the abyssal plains and the hadal zones, those deepest trenches, we begin to understand just how remarkably adapted these creatures are to their environment. The vast majority of life on Earth exists in this realm, and it presents some of the most fascinating biological adaptations we've ever encountered. Let's explore some of these incredible inhabitants. Consider the anglerfish. These creatures, found in almost every ocean basin, are arguably one of the most iconic symbols of the deep. Their survival hinges on a truly remarkable strategy: bioluminescence. The male anglerfish, significantly smaller than the female, initially attaches himself to her, essentially becoming a parasitic appendage. But the lure, a modified dorsal fin spine, is the key. This fleshy growth extends forward from the anglerfish's head, and it's tipped with a photophore, a light-producing organ. This photophore emits a brilliant, pulsating light, often a captivating blue or green color, and it serves as an irresistible beacon for smaller fish and crustaceans. The light isn't merely a random glow. The pattern and intensity of the light can be adjusted, creating a hypnotic display that lures prey directly into the anglerfish's jaws. The dark waters offer no competition for this strategy, and the anglerfish has perfected its utilization, representing a beautifully efficient example of evolutionary adaptation. This remarkable trick has allowed them to thrive where few other predators could survive. Moving further into the darkness, we find the lanternfish. These small, silvery fish are incredibly abundant, forming massive schools that can stretch for kilometers. Their ability to communicate in the complete absence of light is astonishing. Lanternfish utilize a complex system of flashing patterns, rapid pulses, changes in color, and varying durations of light to signal to each other. Scientists believe these flashing displays serve multiple purposes. They likely help the fish maintain their position within the dense schools, allowing them to coordinate movements and avoid collisions. More remarkably, research suggests they're used for social bonding, strengthening the connections within the group, and potentially for attracting mates. The sheer scale of these flashing networks, constantly shifting and changing, is a testament to the incredible sophistication of their communication system. It's a silent conversation played out in flashes of light, a beautiful demonstration of social behavior within the most extreme environments. Now, let's turn our attention to the vampire squid, a truly peculiar and beautiful creature. Found in the waters off Japan and New Zealand, the vampire squid appears almost ghostly. Despite its name, it isn't a squid in the traditional sense. It's a cephalopod, closely related to octopuses and cuttlefish, but with several unique adaptations. What makes it particularly fascinating is its ability to produce bioluminescence. But unlike the anglerfish, the vampire squid uses its light primarily for defense. When threatened, it releases a cloud of bioluminescent mucus, creating a dazzling, distracting display. This sudden burst of light confuses predators, allowing the vampire squid to escape. However, recent studies have revealed something even more intriguing. The vampire squid appears to dance when threatened. Researchers have observed that when disturbed, the squid will perform a series of undulating movements, often accompanied by a display of vibrant blue and green light. The precise reason for this, dancing, is still under investigation, but scientists theorize that it could be a defense mechanism, further startling predators or potentially attracting larger predators to attack the initial threat. Alternatively, it may be a form of communication, signaling distress to other vampire squids in the vicinity. The fact that this creature exhibits such complex behavior, a coordinated display of movement and light, in the crushing pressure and absolute darkness of the deep ocean speaks volumes about the evolutionary pressures that have shaped it. It's a reminder that even in the most seemingly simple organisms, there can be extraordinary adaptations and behaviors. The deep ocean is a place of extremes, immense pressure, perpetual darkness, and scarce food resources. Yet, life persists and flourishes, driven by an incredible array of adaptations and behaviors. The anglerfish, with its alluring lure, the lanternfish, communicating through flashing patterns, and the vampire squid, engaging in its mesmerizing dance. Each represents a unique solution to the challenges of this extreme environment. As we consider the vastness of the deep ocean and the mysteries it holds, it becomes clear that there's still so much we don't understand. These creatures, sculpted by millions of years of evolution, offer us a glimpse into the remarkable tenacity and ingenuity of life itself. The study of these deep sea inhabitants isn't just about understanding individual species. It's about appreciating the interconnectedness of life on our planet and recognizing the importance of protecting these fragile, unexplored ecosystems. The deep ocean remains one of Earth's last great frontiers, a source of endless wonder and a reminder of the boundless possibilities of life. The pressure down here, in the abyssal plains and the hadal zones, is immense. It's a world largely untouched by sunlight, a realm of perpetual twilight where life has adapted in the most extraordinary ways. We've spent years studying the inhabitants of this deep ocean, and the more we learn, the more astonishing the adaptations become. Let's delve deeper into the magic that illuminates this hidden world. Consider the visual spectacle, the sheer artistry of bioluminescence. It's a phenomenon driven by chemical reactions, a process of creating light within living organisms. But the elegance of this process extends far beyond simple chemistry. It's a masterful display of evolutionary innovation. The most captivating examples often appear within the calm jellies, known scientifically as ctenophores. These gelatinous creatures, drifting through the dark currents, create shimmering displays unlike anything you might imagine. Picture vast, intricate patterns of light, moving and shifting with an ethereal grace. They resemble nothing so much as delicate ice crystals suspended in a dark, liquid space. Each calm jelly, propelled by rhythmic pulsations, generates a cascade of light, a visual dance of blue and green that can stretch for meters. The light isn't just a simple glow, it's a complex, layered effect, influenced by the movement of the water and the shape of the creature itself. Some species create beams of light that pierce the darkness, while others produce diffuse, shimmering clouds. The effect is breathtaking, a testament to the creative potential of life in the absence of sunlight. These aren't just beautiful, they likely serve multiple purposes, potentially attracting prey or confusing predators. The sheer artistry of their light shows continues to amaze researchers, highlighting the remarkable evolutionary pressures that have shaped life in this extreme environment. Now, let's shift our focus to a critical component in this deep sea illumination: bacteria. While many creatures produce their own light through internal chemical reactions, a significant portion relies on a symbiotic relationship with bioluminescent bacteria. These aren't simply guests, they're essential partners in the light-making process. Certain anglerfish, for example, possess a modified dorsal fin spine that extends forward, tipped with a glowing lure. This lure isn't produced by the fish itself, it's inhabited by colonies of bacteria. The fish provides the bacteria with a safe haven and a constant supply of nutrients, while the bacteria in turn generate the light that attracts unsuspecting prey. It's a beautiful example of collaboration, a partnership forged over eons of evolutionary refinement. And it's not unique to anglerfish. Many other deep-sea invertebrates, including some species of jellyfish and crustaceans, harbor bioluminescent bacteria in similar symbiotic relationships. The bacteria often reside within specialized organs or cavities, providing a consistent source of light. These bacteria, often belonging to the Vibrianaceae family, are masters of light production, efficiently converting chemical energy into visible light. As we consider the vastness of the deep ocean, it becomes clear that this bacterial symbiosis is not an anomaly. It's a widespread and crucial adaptation, enabling a diverse array of creatures to thrive in the perpetually dark depths. The discovery of these relationships further underscores the interconnectedness of life, even in the most isolated environments. The diversity of bioluminescence extends far beyond the calm jellies and the bacterial partnerships. Consider the jellyfish, a group already renowned for their captivating displays. But within the jellyfish family, there's a remarkable variety of light production. Some jellyfish, like the crystal jelly Cicoria victoria, are famous for producing a green fluorescent protein, a compound that emits light when exposed to ultraviolet radiation. This protein was initially discovered in the lab, but it's now widely used in biomedical research, thanks to its sensitivity and stability. However, the most common jellyfish displays are far more subtly beautiful. Many jellyfish species emit a faint blue or green glow, often concentrated around their tentacles. This light might serve as a defense mechanism, startling predators or attracting larger predators to consume the initial attacker. The intensity and pattern of the light can vary depending on the species and the surrounding conditions. Some jellyfish exhibit flashing patterns, while others produce a constant, gentle radiance. The beauty lies in the sheer range of possibilities. The bioluminescence is not simply a single process, it's a collection of variations, each uniquely suited to the specific needs of the organism. Exploring the light produced by different jellyfish reveals a profound level of sophistication in the evolution of this remarkable adaptation. As we delve deeper into the ocean's dark zones, we start to recognize that the concept of bioluminescence isn't confined to single species or simple mechanisms. It's a complex, interconnected network of light production, fueled by bacterial symbiosis, internal chemical reactions, and even external triggers. The light itself isn't just a passive reflection of the environment, it's an active, dynamic force, shaping the behavior and survival of countless creatures. The deep ocean is a place of constant experimentation, where life has repeatedly reinvented itself in response to the challenges of extreme pressure, darkness, and limited resources. The evolution of bioluminescence is a prime example of this remarkable resilience. The conditions down here, the crushing pressure, the lack of sunlight demand extraordinary adaptations. And the ability to generate light, to create a momentary spark of illumination in the eternal darkness, is perhaps one of the most impressive of all. It's a testament to the ingenuity of life, a reminder that beauty and complexity can flourish even in the most unlikely of environments. Over millions of years, life in the deep ocean has quietly adapted, evolved, and illuminated itself. As we continue to explore this hidden realm, we'll undoubtedly uncover even more astonishing examples of this extraordinary phenomenon, further enriching our understanding of the incredible diversity and resilience of life on Earth. Let's delve into a realm of profound darkness, a world sculpted by immense pressure and extraordinary adaptation. We're going to explore the incredible lives of the creatures that have evolved to thrive in the deepest parts of our oceans. It's a place utterly unlike any we experience on the surface, a testament to the remarkable resilience of life itself. The exploration of the deep ocean, particularly the Hadal Zone, those trenches plunging to depths exceeding 6 kilometers, reveals a landscape of immense geological activity and unique ecological dynamics. These regions, often shrouded in perpetual night, are anything but barren. Their vibrant ecosystems sustained by a constant, albeit slow, flow of nutrients from above, a process known as marine snow. This falling detritus, dead plankton, fecal matter, and organic particles forms the base of the food web, supporting an astonishing array of organisms. It's a complex and fascinating interdependence, a delicate balance maintained over millions of years. Consider the Antarctic bottom water, a dense, cold, and salty water mass that sinks to the ocean floor. This water, originating from the freezing polar seas, carries vital nutrients downwards, fueling the communities inhabiting the abyssal plains and the slopes of the trenches. The distribution of these nutrients dictates where life can flourish, creating localized hotspots of abundance and biodiversity. The currents themselves, driven by differences in temperature and salinity, play a crucial role in the dispersal of these resources. Now, let's shift our focus to a particular component of this ecosystem: krill. These tiny crustaceans are a fundamental link in the deep sea food chain. They consume the marine snow, and in turn, are preyed upon by a variety of larger animals. But the story of krill in the deep ocean takes a truly remarkable turn with the phenomenon of bioluminescence. Several krill species, particularly those found in the Southern Ocean, exhibit the ability to produce their own light. This isn't just a simple glow, it's a sophisticated system of light production, using specialized organs called photophores. These photophores contain chemicals that react to create light, a process remarkably similar to the way fireflies generate their flashes. The purpose of this bioluminescence is multi-faceted. It can be used to attract mates, to startle predators, or even to camouflage themselves. Many deep sea creatures employ counterillumination, a technique where they produce light on their undersides to match the faint sunlight filtering down from above, effectively erasing their silhouette against the background. The collective effect of these bioluminescent krill, combined with the light produced by other organisms like anglerfish and certain jellyfish, creates a mesmerizing underwater lightscape, a breathtaking display of natural illumination in a world perpetually devoid of sunlight. It's a spectacle that highlights the inventive ways life has adapted to conquer the challenges of this environment. Moving deeper, we arrive at the core of the issue, the immense pressure. At Hadal depths below 6 kilometers, the pressure is truly staggering. It's equivalent to having hundreds of kilograms of weight pressing down on every square millimeter of your body. This pressure isn't just a physical force, it's a fundamental challenge to the very structure and function of living organisms. The water molecules themselves exert immense force, and this pressure can disrupt the delicate bonds within proteins and cell membranes. Enzymes, which are vital for virtually every biochemical reaction in the body, are particularly vulnerable to pressure-induced denaturation. Essentially, they lose their ability to function properly. To survive in this environment, deep sea creatures have evolved remarkable physical adaptations. Many possess flexible bodies, often lacking rigid skeletons or having skeletons constructed of cartilage rather than bone. Bone is brittle under pressure. It fractures easily. Cartilage, on the other hand, is much more pliable, able to withstand compression without shattering. Think of it like this: a rigid structure would simply collapse under the pressure, while a flexible one can deform without breaking. Furthermore, the tissues of these animals are often rich in unsaturated fatty acids. These fats are less stable under pressure and can flow more easily, helping to distribute the force evenly throughout the body. Some creatures even have specialized cell membranes containing high levels of unsaturated lipids, further enhancing their ability to resist pressure-induced damage. These adaptations aren't just about structural integrity. They're about maintaining the biochemical processes necessary for life. Consider the tripod fish, a truly extraordinary inhabitant of the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the world's oceans. This fish has evolved elongated pectoral fins that splay outwards, acting like legs to provide stability on the seafloor. It moves by undulating these fins, essentially walking across the ocean floor. This strategy is crucial for maintaining its position against the immense downward pressure. Similarly, the snailfish found in the Hadal zone have evolved gelatinous bodies and reduced skeletal structures, further minimizing their vulnerability to compression. The ability to maintain internal pressure is also a critical factor. Maintaining a stable internal environment, a pressure equivalent to the external pressure, is vital for preserving cell integrity and ensuring that biochemical reactions can continue unimpeded. Creatures like the anglerfish employ specialized swim bladders that are filled with oil, creating a pressure-resistant buffer zone. As we consider the physiology of these deep sea inhabitants, it's clear that survival in the Hadal zone is a testament to the power of adaptation. It's a story of evolutionary innovation, a demonstration of life's tenacity in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges. The incredible creatures that thrive in the deepest parts of our oceans offer a profound reminder of the diversity and resilience of life on Earth and the unexplored wonders that still await discovery in the darkest corners of our planet. The pressures down in the deep ocean are unlike anything experienced on the surface. Imagine a force continuously pushing in on every part of your body, a weight exceeding 101 atmospheres. It's a truly alien environment, one that has shaped the evolution of life in extraordinary ways. As we descend into the perpetual twilight, into the Hadal zone, the deepest reaches of our planet's oceans, we begin to see adaptations that seem almost unbelievable, solutions to the fundamental challenges of existing under such immense strain. Let's begin with the tripod fish, a truly remarkable creature found in the Pacific Ocean, primarily around the Mariana Trench. This fish provides a potent illustration of how organisms have mastered buoyancy in the deep. Unlike us, with our bony skeletons providing structural support, the tripod fish has evolved a radically different approach. Its skeleton isn't made of bone. Instead, it possesses a central cavity filled with fluid, primarily water, that serves as its primary buoyancy aid. This fluid-filled space, meticulously maintained, is strategically positioned to create a neutral buoyancy. Now, the fish's remarkable adaptation doesn't stop there. It utilizes 3 elongated pelvic fins, extending forward from its body to support its head and torso. These fins act as tripods, providing a stable base, allowing the fish to remain perfectly upright on the ocean floor, mimicking the appearance of a tripod. It's an astonishing example of evolutionary engineering, perfectly tailored to the conditions of its habitat. The water itself becomes a structural component, a key to its survival in this crushing environment. This demonstrates how animals can leverage their physical surroundings to counteract the immense pressures. The need to manage buoyancy is just one aspect of the challenges faced by deep sea inhabitants. Equally critical is the prevention of implosion, the collapse of the body due to the external pressure exceeding internal pressure. This is where the reduction of air spaces within the body becomes absolutely vital. Most animals, particularly those inhabiting shallower waters, contain significant amounts of air within their lungs, sinuses, and other cavities. However, these air spaces represent potential weak points, vulnerable to rupture under extreme pressure. Deep-sea creatures have evolved strategies to minimize these spaces significantly. Many species, for example, have reduced lung capacity dramatically, often to the point where they effectively have no lungs at all. Instead, they utilize specialized tissues, like swim bladders, that are filled with oil or other dense fluids. These fluids are far denser than water, providing buoyancy without the risk of air expansion. Furthermore, the tissues themselves are often denser and more compact, minimizing the volume available for air to occupy. The reduction in air spaces isn't just a physical change, it's a fundamental shift in physiology. Representing a critical adaptation for survival, it's a testament to the importance of maintaining a stable internal environment, even under the most extreme external forces. Now let's consider sharks and rays, prominent members of the cartilaginous fish group, which are exceptionally common in the deep ocean. Cartilage, as opposed to bone, is the defining characteristic of these animals, and it plays a pivotal role in their deep sea adaptations. Cartilage is a flexible and resilient tissue, far lighter than bone, while still providing considerable support. This lightweight nature is an obvious advantage in the deep ocean, where every gram counts. But the benefits of cartilage extend far beyond just weight reduction. Cartilage possesses an inherent ability to withstand compression, to absorb pressure without fracturing. This is crucial in the deep ocean, where immense forces are constantly acting upon the animal's body. Furthermore, the cartilage matrix is rich in collagen, a strong, fibrous protein, which adds to its structural integrity. Sharks, in particular, exhibit remarkable adaptations in their cartilage. The rib-like structures in their skeletons are incredibly flexible, allowing them to maneuver through tight spaces and withstand the tremendous forces they encounter during hunting or navigating complex underwater terrain. Rays, similarly, have evolved streamlined bodies with incredibly flexible cartilage, enabling them to glide gracefully through the water column. The evolutionary success of cartilaginous fish in the deep ocean highlights the inherent strength and adaptability of this tissue. It's a foundational adaptation, underpinning their ability to thrive in one of the most challenging environments on Earth. The deep ocean also demonstrates a prevalence of animals with largely gelatinous bodies. These creatures, like jellyfish and siphonophores, consist primarily of water, further reducing the need for strong structural support. Their bodies are incredibly soft and pliable, allowing them to deform under pressure and minimizing the risk of damage. These gelatinous bodies represent an extreme example of the deep ocean's influence on animal form. As we consider the deep ocean, it becomes clear that evolution isn't simply about finding a solution to pressure. It's about a holistic integration of physiological, anatomical, and behavioral traits. The reduction of air spaces, the prevalence of cartilaginous skeletons, the gelatinous bodies, these aren't isolated adaptations, but rather interconnected strategies that allow life to flourish in the face of incredible environmental challenges. The deep ocean isn't a barren wasteland, it's a vibrant, complex ecosystem, teeming with life that has mastered the art of survival under immense pressure. It's a place where the laws of physics and biology converge, producing some of the most astonishing and uniquely adapted organisms on our planet. The continuous, unwavering pressure shapes every aspect of these creatures' existence, forcing them to evolve, to innovate, to ultimately conquer one of Earth's most formidable environments. The deep ocean remains a testament to the enduring power of life, a place of mystery, wonder, and profound biological adaptation. Let's delve now into the extraordinary adaptations of the creatures inhabiting the deepest reaches of our oceans. These are environments unlike any other on Earth, places of perpetual darkness, immense pressure, and surprisingly, a delicate balance of life. As we descend, the sunlight fades entirely, and with it, the familiar rules of biology begin to shift. The pressures are staggering, hundreds of times greater than what we experience at the surface, and the very chemistry of life is tested in ways we're only beginning to understand. The deep ocean isn't simply a cold, dark void. It's a realm of remarkable engineering, a testament to the tenacity and ingenuity of life itself. Consider the physical structure of these animals. Many of the larger deep sea fish, for instance, possess bodies that are remarkably rounded and streamlined, almost like living spheres. This isn't simply about efficient movement, though it undoubtedly contributes. It's fundamentally linked to how they cope with the crushing pressure. Let's examine a particularly crucial adaptation, the muscle composition. Many of the larger deep sea fish, for example, possess bodies that are remarkably rounded and streamlined, almost like living spheres. This isn't simply about efficient movement, though it undoubtedly contributes. It's fundamentally linked to how they cope with the crushing pressure. Let's examine a particularly crucial adaptation, the muscle composition. The muscle fibers of creatures like the anglerfish, the gulper eel, and even the colossal squid are overwhelmingly rich in collagen. Collagen is a structural protein, forming strong, resilient fibers that provide remarkable resistance to deformation under pressure. Think of it like building a structure with incredibly strong, interwoven ropes. As the immense pressure attempts to squeeze the muscle tissue, the collagen network resists, preventing the muscle fibers from collapsing or being irreparably damaged. This isn't a feature found in the muscles of surface-dwelling fish. It's a specialized adaptation honed over millions of years, driven by the need to maintain functionality in a truly hostile environment. The collagen provides a pressure-resistant framework, allowing these animals to contract, swim, and even hunt, despite the incredible forces acting upon them. It's a perfect example of how evolution shapes organisms to thrive in the most challenging circumstances. The density and arrangement of collagen within the muscle tissue is often key to their survival, determining their ability to generate force and maintain their physical integrity. Now, let's consider the biochemistry of these creatures. We've talked about the physical structure, but what about the processes happening within their bodies? The extreme pressure doesn't just affect the static components, it profoundly impacts the dynamic processes, particularly enzyme function. Enzymes are the biological catalysts that drive nearly all chemical reactions in living organisms. Under normal conditions, Enzymes operate within a specific range of temperatures and pressures. However, the immense pressure of the deep ocean can significantly alter their behavior. The very structure of enzymes, their shape and the interactions between their components, is sensitive to pressure. High pressure can cause enzymes to become distorted, impacting their ability to bind to substrates and catalyze reactions efficiently. Some researchers believe that deep sea organisms have evolved enzymes with more flexible structures, allowing them to maintain functionality under extreme pressure. Others hypothesize that they might utilize different mechanisms of stabilization, perhaps involving unique protein folding patterns. It's a complex area of ongoing research, but the prevailing view is that enzymes within these deep sea animals function differently than their surface-dwelling counterparts, adapting to the altered conditions. The exact nature of these changes is still being investigated, and it represents one of the biggest remaining mysteries in deep sea biology. We understand that the energetic demands of maintaining biological processes are greater at lower temperatures, and this pressure likely exacerbates those challenges, further influencing enzymatic activity. Moving on to another vital adaptation, let's explore the composition of their blood. The pressure in the deep ocean doesn't just affect muscles and enzymes. It also dramatically alters the properties of their blood. Blood is, in essence, a complex fluid that carries oxygen, nutrients, and waste products throughout the body. Its viscosity, its resistance to flow, is critically important for efficient circulation, especially under high pressure. In the surface, the viscosity of blood is relatively stable due to the comparatively lower pressure. However, the immense pressure of the deep ocean causes the fluid components of the blood, primarily the proteins and lipids, to become more tightly packed. This results in a significant increase in blood viscosity. Think of it like honey compared to water. Honey is far more viscous. This heightened viscosity presents a challenge for the circulatory system. The heart has to work harder to pump blood through the vessels, and the flow rate is reduced. To counteract this, deep sea creatures have evolved blood with a different composition, often with higher concentrations of certain lipids and proteins. These adjustments help maintain a sufficient flow rate, even under extreme pressure. Furthermore, the specific proteins within their blood may have evolved to remain stable under pressure, preventing them from unfolding or aggregating. It's another layer of incredible adaptation, showcasing the intricate relationship between an organism's physiology and its environment. The adaptations we've discussed, the collagen-rich muscles, the altered enzyme function, and the pressure-modified blood are interconnected. They all contribute to the survival of these remarkable creatures in one of the most challenging environments on Earth. These organisms aren't simply existing, they're thriving, demonstrating the astonishing power of evolution to shape life in response to extraordinary conditions. The deep ocean remains largely unexplored, and with each new discovery, we gain a deeper appreciation for the diversity and resilience of life on our planet. As we consider these adaptations, it's important to remember that they've been shaped over immense periods of time, driven by the relentless forces of natural selection. The deep ocean is a testament to the enduring power of life, a realm of wonder and mystery waiting to be fully understood. Deep within the oceans, in a realm of perpetual darkness and crushing pressure, exist some of the most remarkable and bizarre creatures on Earth. We're going to delve into the adaptations and behaviors of these deep sea inhabitants, exploring how they've evolved to thrive in one of the most challenging environments imaginable. Let's begin with the extraordinary physiology of life at the very bottom of the ocean. As we consider the challenges presented by the Hadal Zone, those incredibly deep trenches like the Mariana Trench and the Tonga Trench, we quickly realize that survival requires a level of adaptation beyond anything we typically encounter in shallower waters. The pressure at these depths is immense, approximately 1,000 times greater than at sea level. This exerts a phenomenal force on every cell, every organ, every tissue within an organism. The slightest disruption to the circulatory system would be catastrophic. And that's where the tripod fish, Bathypterois ocellatus, becomes a truly fascinating subject of study. The tripod fish has evolved a heart unlike any other. It's not a single, powerful pump like our own. Instead, it possesses a complex network of interconnected hearts, effectively a series of hearts working in parallel. These hearts aren't uniformly sized. The primary heart, located near the head, is significantly smaller, while a series of smaller hearts are positioned along the spine. The most astonishing detail is the way the smaller hearts, particularly those situated towards the tail, actually flop or oscillate. These rhythmic movements, occurring up to 20 times per minute, create a pulsating wave that travels along the body, effectively pushing blood through the circulatory system. This isn't just a passive action, it's an active, precisely controlled mechanism. The researchers, led by Dr. Robert Bradbury at the University of Southampton, discovered that the flapping motion creates a hydraulic pressure, amplifying the force of the blood flow, especially in the extremities, the fins and the tail. This allows the tripod fish to maintain efficient circulation despite the extreme pressure, enabling it to hunt and navigate with remarkable agility. The coordinated flapping creates a sort of hydraulic circulatory system, a phenomenal example of evolutionary engineering. It's a testament to the incredible resilience and adaptability of life in the face of seemingly insurmountable pressures. Moving further into the depths, let's examine the feeding strategies employed by creatures adapted to this environment. The gulper eel, Eurypharynx punctatus, presents a particularly striking example. Its morphology alone speaks volumes about its predatory lifestyle. The gulper eel possesses an enormous mouth, proportionally larger than its body, and a long, flexible, expandable esophagus. This remarkable feature is central to its unique feeding strategy. The gulper eel can swallow prey larger than its own head. This isn't a quick gulp, it's a deliberate, controlled process. The eel draws its mouth wide open, engulfing the prey in a single motion. The expandable esophagus then stretches dramatically, allowing the victim, which could be anything from small fish to crustaceans, to be drawn deep into the gut. Researchers believe this strategy is particularly effective in the dark, murky waters of the deep sea, where visual hunting is impossible. The eel essentially acts as a living vacuum cleaner, rapidly consuming anything unfortunate enough to wander within reach of its expansive maw. This adaptation isn't just about size, it's about maximizing the opportunity to capture and consume prey in an environment devoid of light and teeming with opportunistic predators. Then we have the giant isopod, Bathynomus giganteus, a creature that embodies the scavenging role in the deep-sea ecosystem. These enormous crustaceans, sometimes exceeding a meter in length, are found in the benthic zone, the seafloor of the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans. Unlike many other deep-sea organisms, the giant isopod doesn't actively hunt. Instead, it's a detritivore, feeding almost exclusively on decaying organic matter, the marine snow, that drifts down from the upper layers of the ocean. This includes dead animals, plant debris, and fecal pellets. Giant isopods spend a significant portion of their lives buried in the sediment, patiently waiting for a meal to present itself. They possess powerful jaws and strong claws that enable them to break down and consume this organic material. They have a remarkably slow metabolism, allowing them to survive for extended periods without food. A giant isopod can go months, even years, without eating, relying on stored energy reserves. Their existence highlights the vital role of scavengers in maintaining the balance of the deep sea ecosystem, consuming waste and recycling nutrients back into the environment. They're living examples of a fundamental ecological process, the breakdown and reuse of organic material. The adaptations of these creatures highlight a crucial theme: the extreme specialization that occurs in the deep sea. Life here isn't about thriving, it's about enduring. The deep sea environment demands specialized adaptations at every level, from the circulatory system of the tripod fish to the expansive stomach of the gulper eel and the scavenging habits of the giant isopod. These are not just unusual animals, they are evolutionary marvels, showcasing the incredible diversity and resilience of life on Earth. The further we explore the deep ocean, the more we realize the vastness of our planet's biodiversity and the intricate interconnectedness of all living things, even in the most extreme environments. These creatures are a constant reminder of the power of adaptation and the enduring mystery of the deep. Let's delve into the extraordinary world of the deep ocean, a realm of perpetual twilight and astonishing adaptations. We'll be exploring some of its most captivating inhabitants, creatures sculpted by the immense pressures and unique challenges of life thousands of meters beneath the waves. The deep ocean isn't a lifeless void. It's a vibrant ecosystem teeming with life forms perfectly evolved to thrive in conditions we can scarcely imagine. It's a place of profound beauty and unsettling strangeness, a testament to the incredible resilience of life itself. Consider the viperfish, a truly remarkable predator. Its appearance alone is a study in evolutionary strategy. The viperfish dwells in the abyssal plains, far below the sunlight's reach, where food is incredibly scarce. To survive in this environment, it has developed a hunting technique that is both terrifying and brilliantly effective. The viperfish possesses remarkably large, fang-like teeth, which are disproportionately large compared to its body size. These teeth aren't arranged in rows like those of a typical fish. Instead, they are often articulated, meaning they can move independently. The upper jaw is significantly longer than the lower jaw, giving the viperfish a truly grotesque appearance. These teeth are not used for chewing in the traditional sense. Instead, they are primarily employed as a lure. The viperfish has a bioluminescent appendage, a fleshy lure, dangling from its lower jaw. This lure glows with an enticing light, attracting unsuspecting prey, smaller fish, crustaceans, even other deep sea creatures drawn to the false promise of food. As the prey approaches, often mesmerized by the light, the viperfish strikes with incredible speed, seizing its victim with those formidable, needle-sharp teeth. It's a perfect example of ambush predation, a strategy perfectly suited to the low-energy, high-risk environment of the deep ocean. The visual impact alone is arresting. It's a hunter designed to instill fear and capture your attention in a world of shadows. Then there's the blobfish, a creature often described as the world's saddest fish. Its appearance is so bizarre, so seemingly deflated, that it's easy to understand why it's become a popular subject of internet fascination. The blobfish inhabits the deep waters off the coasts of Australia and New Zealand, where the pressure is immense, approximately 700 times greater than at the surface. The blobfish doesn't possess a swim bladder, an internal organ that most bony fish use to control their buoyancy. Instead, it has a gelatinous body, largely composed of water. When the blobfish is brought to the surface, the pressure suddenly decreases. The water inside its body rushes out, causing the fish to expand dramatically, giving it its characteristic, drooping appearance. It's not that the blobfish is actively changing its shape. It's a consequence of the rapid change in external pressure. The fish's tissues are essentially adapting to the new conditions, though this adaptation isn't sustainable in air. The blobfish's unique physiology is a stark reminder of the extreme conditions it evolved to withstand. It's a visual demonstration of how drastically different life can be in the deep ocean, and how delicate these adaptations can be when confronted with a different environment. Let's move our attention to a creature that seems almost pulled from a fairy tale, the sea pig. These fascinating animals, also known as Dumbo octopuses, because of the ear-like protrusions on their heads, are found in the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. Unlike most octopuses, which are masters of camouflage and often solitary hunters, sea pigs are gregarious and exhibit a remarkably unusual form of locomotion. They are relatively small, typically growing to around 20 centimeters in length, and possess 8 robust arms equipped with suction cups. However, it's their tube feet that truly set them apart. While most octopuses primarily use their tube feet for crawling and maneuvering, sea pigs utilize them for walking. They essentially hop across the seafloor, using their tube feet to propel themselves forward in a somewhat clumsy, yet endearing manner. They scavenge for food, primarily dead animals and invertebrates, and they appear to be opportunistic predators as well, consuming small crustaceans and mollusks. Their movement is slow and deliberate, reflecting the limited energy available in their environment. The sight of a sea pig walking across the ocean floor is a truly unique spectacle, a charming juxtaposition of octopus intelligence and an utterly primitive form of locomotion. It illustrates how profoundly different life can be in the deep, a gentle reminder of the incredible diversity of adaptation found within the ocean's depths. As we consider these creatures, the viperfish, the blobfish, and the sea pig, we realize that the deep ocean is not simply a dark, empty space. It's a world of specialized adaptations, of cunning strategies for survival, and of surprising beauty. These animals, sculpted by the immense pressures and scarcity of resources, demonstrate the incredible power of evolution. They are living laboratories of adaptation, offering us a glimpse into the possibilities of life beyond our familiar world. The deep ocean remains one of the last truly unexplored frontiers on our planet, full of secrets waiting to be uncovered, and creatures waiting to astonish us. It's a testament to the enduring capacity of life to find a way to thrive and to surprise us in the most unexpected of places. Let's delve into the extraordinary world of the deep ocean, a realm of perpetual twilight and remarkable adaptation. It's a place where evolution has sculpted life into forms almost beyond our immediate comprehension, organisms perfectly suited to the crushing pressures and utter darkness. We'll be exploring some of the most fascinating creatures that call these depths home, and examining the ingenious ways they've evolved to survive. Consider the barrellet fish, a truly remarkable inhabitant of the abyssal plains. Its most striking feature is undoubtedly its transparent head. This isn't a weakness, a vulnerability. Rather, it's a sophisticated form of camouflage. The barrel-shaped structure of its head is filled with jelly, a gelatinous substance that allows light to pass through almost completely. Within this translucent dome reside its eyes, and here's where the magic happens. The barrellet fish possesses the unique ability to rotate its eyes upwards, effectively turning them towards the surface. But the rotation isn't a simple upward movement. The fish can control the orientation of each eye independently, allowing it to focus on prey swimming above, or conversely, to look upwards and blend seamlessly with the faint, filtered sunlight that penetrates the upper layers of the ocean. It's as if the fish can literally choose what it sees, shifting its perspective to match its surroundings. This isn't just a trick of light, it's a highly evolved sensory adaptation, a direct response to the challenges of hunting in an environment where visibility is drastically limited. Scientists believe this remarkable control extends to the barrel-shaped structure itself, capable of subtly adjusting its form to further enhance camouflage. The entire mechanism is a testament to the power of natural selection, shaping an organism to exploit a specific niche with incredible precision. Moving further into the deep, we encounter the hatchetfish, a creature that demonstrates a profoundly advanced form of camouflage. These small, elongated fish, often found in the mesopelagic zone, the layer of the ocean between the sunlit surface and the dark depths, employ a technique known as counterillumination. The light from above, even in the deep ocean, casts down rays that can be detected by predators lurking below. The hatchetfish have evolved a specialized organ located on the ventral side of their bodies, their undersides. This organ, called a photophore, contains bioluminescent bacteria. By controlling the intensity of the light emitted from these photophores, the hatchetfish can precisely match the amount of light filtering down from above. It's as if they're creating a mirror image of the ambient light, effectively erasing their silhouette against the downwelling illumination. This makes them virtually invisible to predators looking upwards, a brilliant example of how organisms can utilize light itself to evade detection. The control isn't just about brightness. The hatchetfish can also subtly adjust the color of the light, further enhancing their camouflage. This level of control is astounding, and a powerful illustration of the evolutionary arms race that constantly shapes life in the deep sea. Now, let's consider the goblin shark, a truly ancient predator that continues to exist today. A living fossil from a time long before the continents were arranged as they are now. Goblin sharks are found in the deep waters of the Pacific and Indian Oceans, and they're characterized by a truly unique morphology. Their most distinctive feature is their elongated, almost serpentine snout, which extends far forward from their mouths. This unusual structure is covered in sensory pores, specialized organs that detect vibrations in the water, a crucial adaptation for locating prey in the darkness. But it's the jaw structure that truly sets the goblin shark apart. Unlike most sharks, which have jaws that articulate vertically, the goblin shark's jaws can protrude outwards, allowing it to capture larger prey. This protrusible jaw is controlled by a large muscle and is a remnant of an ancient lineage. It's believed that goblin sharks evolved from sharks that lived in shallower waters millions of years ago, before the oceans deepened. The shark's physiology is a remarkable window into the past, a tangible link to a time when life in the deep ocean was vastly different. They represent an evolutionary holdover, a survivor of immense pressure and dramatic geological changes. As we continue to explore the deep, it's important to appreciate the challenges these creatures face. The deep ocean is a hostile environment, characterized by immense pressure, perpetual darkness, and limited food resources. Yet, life thrives here, demonstrating the incredible resilience and adaptability of living organisms. These creatures have evolved remarkable strategies to cope with these conditions, from bioluminescence and counterillumination to sensory adaptations that allow them to navigate and hunt in the darkness. Consider the sheer distances involved, the profound depths these animals inhabit. Many of these sharks, like the goblin shark, live at depths exceeding 6,000 meters, that's over 6 kilometers beneath the surface of the ocean. The pressure at these depths is immense, more than 60 times greater than at sea level. The animals have evolved specialized proteins and tissues that allow them to withstand these crushing forces. Similarly, the bioluminescent adaptations of the hatchetfish and the camouflage mechanisms of the barrelé fish are all products of millions of years of evolutionary refinement. The study of these deep sea creatures is not just an academic exercise. It's crucial for understanding the complex workings of our planet's ecosystems. The deep ocean is a vast and largely unexplored frontier, holding countless secrets about the origins of life and the processes that shape our world. As we continue to investigate these environments, we gain a deeper appreciation for the interconnectedness of all living things and the importance of protecting these fragile ecosystems. The ability of these animals to exist at such extraordinary pressures and in such an extreme environment highlights the incredible adaptability of life on Earth. The deep ocean, in its vastness and darkness, presents a constant reminder of the boundless potential of evolution and the enduring power of life itself. It's a realm of silent wonders, of extraordinary adaptations, and of ancient lineages that continue to exist today. And as we learn more about these remarkable creatures, we gain a deeper understanding of our own place within the intricate web of life on Earth. The crushing pressures, the absolute darkness, the frigid temperatures, the deep ocean represents one of the most challenging environments on our planet. Yet, within this seemingly inhospitable realm, life thrives in ways that are both astonishing and profoundly beautiful. We're going to explore some of the most remarkable creatures inhabiting these extreme depths, creatures that have evolved unique adaptations to not just survive, but to flourish. Let's begin with the anglerfish, a species that truly embodies the strangeness and wonder of the deep. They are perhaps one of the most iconic images of the abyssal zone. But beyond their bioluminescent lure, that dangling light used to attract unsuspecting prey, lies a truly remarkable social behavior. Anglerfish exhibit a form of extreme parental care, a level of investment rarely seen in the animal kingdom. The male anglerfish, typically much smaller than the female, doesn't simply seek a mate and move on. Instead, he undergoes a dramatic transformation. Upon encountering a female, he bites onto her side. Initially, it appears violent, but this is a deliberate act of fusion. The male's circulatory and digestive systems merge completely with the female's. He essentially becomes a parasite, his body completely absorbed into hers. He loses his own independent functions, existing solely to provide sperm for her to fertilize her eggs. This isn't just a fleeting connection. The male anglerfish continues to live within the female's body for her entire life. It's a complex social behavior, a testament to the adaptive pressures of the deep sea, where resources are scarce and reproduction is a critical imperative. The precise reasons for this remarkable integration are still being actively investigated, but it's believed that the male's sustained nutrient supply significantly enhances the female's reproductive success. Now, let's shift our focus to the dragonfish, another inhabitant of the extreme depths. These fish have evolved an even more specialized hunting strategy. The dragonfish possesses a modified dorsal fin spine that serves as a biological fishing rod. This spine is adorned with a bioluminescent lure, much like the anglerfish. But the dragonfish takes it a step further. It can actively control the intensity and color of the light emitted by this lure. They use this precise control to mimic the light patterns of smaller bioluminescent organisms, effectively creating a convincing imitation of food. They dangle this lure in front of potential prey, and when a smaller fish approaches, drawn in by the deceptive light, the dragonfish strikes with incredible speed and force. The ability to manipulate their lure's light is a truly innovative adaptation, showcasing a sophisticated understanding of prey behavior within the dark, confusing environment of the deep ocean. These fish can even adjust the light pattern to attract different types of prey, further demonstrating their remarkable hunting prowess. Moving downwards, we encounter the Dumbo octopus, a creature that immediately captures the imagination. These gelatinous cephalopods, related to octopuses and squid, are characterized by their large, ear-like fins, hence the name. These fins, much larger in proportion to their body size than other octopuses, propel them through the water with graceful, undulating movements. They're found at depths ranging from 1,000 to 4,000 meters, making them some of the deepest dwelling octopuses known. Their translucent bodies allow them to blend seamlessly into the darkness, and their slow, deliberate movements give them a remarkably gentle appearance. They're a testament to the diversity of life in the deep ocean, a beautiful and fascinating creature perfectly adapted to its extreme environment. Their slow metabolism is a key adaptation, allowing them to conserve energy in a resource-poor environment. As we continue our exploration, let's consider the bloatfish, though it's important to note the confusion surrounding its size. The bloatfish is actually a misnomer. The creature commonly referred to as such is a type of deep sea jellyfish. These gelatinous organisms, found at depths of up to 2,000 meters, possess a remarkable ability to expand their bodies, hence the name. This expansion allows them to take advantage of any scarce food opportunities that may come their way. They're essentially living sacs of water, able to dramatically increase their volume when food is abundant. Their simple body plan and slow metabolism are perfectly suited to the challenges of the deep sea. Further down, dwelling in the hadal zone, the deepest regions of the ocean, we find the vaquita, the world's smallest marine mammal. These tiny porpoises inhabit the Gulf of California and represent one of the most endangered species on Earth. Their ability to thrive in the immense pressures and limited resources of the deep sea is a remarkable example of evolutionary adaptation. Their small size and slow metabolism are key to their survival. Now let's consider the siphonophores, colonial organisms resembling long, trailing strings. These creatures, often referred to as blue whales due to their blue hue, are actually composed of numerous individual zooids, each performing a specialized function within the colony. Some zooids feed, some reproduce, some move, and some even defend the colony. The entire structure acts as a single, coordinated organism, representing a highly evolved form of social organization. The ocean's trenches, particularly the Mariana Trench, hold secrets we're only beginning to understand. Here, at depths exceeding 10,000 meters, we find amphipods, tiny crustaceans that have evolved to withstand incredible pressures. These creatures, often possessing elongated bodies and specialized appendages, are among the most resilient animals on Earth. Their ability to thrive in the extreme conditions of the hadal zone is a testament to the remarkable adaptability of life. Consider the sea pig, actually a type of bristleback sheepfish, a small, deep sea fish that resembles a miniature sheep. These unique creatures, often found at depths of over 2,000 meters, possess thick, woolly skin that provides insulation against the cold, dark waters. Their slow metabolism and specialized feeding habits allow them to survive in this challenging environment. They are a truly strange and wonderful creature, a fitting inhabitant of the deep ocean. The deep sea is a realm of incredible biodiversity, a place where evolution has taken extraordinary paths. As we continue to explore this vast and largely unknown environment, we are continually uncovering new species and gaining a deeper appreciation for the resilience and ingenuity of life on Earth. The pressures, the darkness, the cold, these aren't barriers to life, but rather selective forces that have shaped some of the most remarkable organisms we've ever encountered. Each creature, from the anglerfish to the Dumbo octopus, tells a story of adaptation and survival, a story that continues to unfold with every new discovery. Let's turn our attention now to a realm far removed from our everyday experience, a place of immense pressure, perpetual darkness, and utterly unique life forms, the deep ocean. The depths conceal secrets, adaptations, and histories that challenge our understanding of life on Earth. We'll be exploring some of the most remarkable inhabitants of this hidden world, creatures sculpted by evolution and sustained by processes that have played out for eons. Consider the sheer scale of the deep ocean. It represents the largest habitat on our planet, encompassing over 70% of the total water volume. Sunlight doesn't penetrate to these extreme depths, creating an environment where life has developed independently, shaped by the specific challenges presented by the absence of light and the incredible forces exerted by the water column above. The pressure at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, the deepest point on Earth, is more than 1,000 times greater than at sea level. It's a testament to the resilience of life, a demonstration of how organisms can thrive under conditions we wouldn't even contemplate. Let's begin with a creature that embodies the ancient nature of the deep ocean, the frilled shark, Chlamydocelychus anguineus. This is a truly remarkable specimen, a living fossil that has remained largely unchanged for approximately 80 million years. Its appearance is startling, a flattened, eel-like body covered in rows of fleshy, frilled gills, hence its name. These frills aren't used for respiration in the same way as in most sharks. Instead, they function as a defense mechanism, providing a substantial increase in size when threatened, making the shark a much less appealing target. The frilled shark's slow metabolism and reduced heart rate are further adaptations to the energy scarcity of the deep sea. Studying this animal provides invaluable insights into the evolutionary trajectory of sharks, a lineage that stretches back over 400 million years. It's a poignant reminder that some creatures have simply persisted, evolving and adapting without significant changes, a silent witness to the unfolding history of life on our planet. As we consider its slow movements and primitive design, we're essentially peering back into the early days of shark evolution, a lineage that reflects the very origins of cartilaginous fish. Now, let's shift our focus to a phenomenon of breathtaking beauty and profound antiquity: sea sparkle, scientifically known as bioluminescent dinoflagellates. These single-celled organisms are responsible for creating the mesmerizing sea sparkle, effect that sometimes appears on the surface of the ocean, particularly on calm nights. But their existence goes far beyond a captivating visual display. Dinoflagellates are among the oldest known groups of organisms on Earth, dating back over 1 billion years. Their bioluminescence, the ability to produce light, is a chemical reaction triggered by movement or disturbance, and it's thought to have evolved for a variety of purposes, including defense, attracting prey, and even communication. The fact that these tiny organisms have persisted through countless geological epochs, witnessing the rise and fall of continents and the dramatic shifts in Earth's climate, is staggering. It's a direct connection to the very beginnings of light production in the ocean, a faint echo of the primordial soup from which all life ultimately originated. These microscopic lights are a living testament to the enduring power of evolution and the capacity of life to adapt and thrive across immense stretches of time. Moving deeper into the abyss, we encounter another highly specialized predator, the cusk eel, Hydrophis bollieri. This creature is a master of the deep sea environment, perfectly adapted to its dark and challenging habitat. The cusk eel is characterized by its elongated, almost serpentine body and its large, sensitive eyes, which, despite the lack of sunlight, are remarkably adept at detecting the faintest traces of light emitted by other organisms. Unlike many deep-sea predators that rely on chasing down their prey, the cusk eel employs a unique hunting strategy. It possesses a long, retractable filament extending from its chin, tipped with a bioluminescent lure. This lure mimics the appearance of smaller, edible creatures, attracting unsuspecting prey closer to the eel's waiting jaws. The cusk eel's ability to blend seamlessly into the dark environment, coupled with its sophisticated hunting technique, demonstrates the incredible pressures of natural selection in the deep sea. Its existence highlights the specialization required for survival in an environment where resources are scarce and competition is intense. The cusk eel is a stark reminder that the deep ocean is not a passive, empty space, but rather a dynamic ecosystem brimming with sophisticated predators and innovative strategies. Consider the implications of this environment. The cusk eel's existence is a testament to the powerful influence of environmental pressures in shaping the morphology and behavior of organisms. The absence of light has driven the evolution of unique sensory systems, specialized hunting strategies, and an astonishing degree of physiological adaptation. As we observe its movements, its hunting strategies, and its overall design, we are, in essence, witnessing a remarkable example of convergent evolution, the independent development of similar traits in different lineages due to analogous environmental pressures. The cusk eel exemplifies how life doesn't simply exist. It actively responds to and shapes its surroundings, creating a tapestry of unique and specialized forms. The deep ocean and the creatures that inhabit it represent a profound source of scientific knowledge. Each discovery, from the ancient frilled shark to the mesmerizing sea sparkle and the cunning cusk eel, provides a valuable data point in our understanding of the history of life on Earth, the processes of evolution, and the remarkable adaptability of living organisms. These deep sea inhabitants are not just isolated curiosities. They are integral components of a global ecosystem, and their study is crucial for understanding the health and sustainability of our oceans. They invite us to contemplate the scale of time, the power of adaptation, and the interconnectedness of all life on this planet. Let's delve into the extraordinary world of the deep ocean, a realm of perpetual twilight and astonishing adaptations. We'll be exploring some of the most unique creatures dwelling in the crushing depths, creatures that have evolved to thrive in conditions almost unimaginable to those of us who live on the surface. The deep ocean is not a desolate, empty space. It's a vibrant, complex ecosystem, teeming with life sculpted by immense pressure, scarce food, and total darkness. It's a place where the rules of biology are bent and broken, and where survival demands ingenuity. Let's begin with the monolithus, often referred to as the walking fish. This anglerfish, native to the southern Pacific Ocean, presents a truly remarkable swimming style. Unlike most fish, which rely on constant, powerful undulations of their bodies to propel themselves through the water, the monolithus utilizes a very different technique. It essentially walks across the seafloor, using its pectoral fins to push against the sediment. These fins aren't used for flapping or swimming in the conventional sense. Instead, they're employed in a rhythmic, almost jerky motion, allowing the fish to slowly shuffle its way along the ocean floor. Scientists believe this behavior is linked to its hunting strategy. The monolithus remains incredibly still, blending seamlessly with the rocks and sand, patiently waiting for unsuspecting prey to venture within striking distance. This stillness is crucial. Any movement would betray its position. The walking movement isn't continuous, of course. It's a carefully controlled series of steps, allowing the fish to conserve energy and maintain its camouflage. Imagine the patient stillness, the subtle shifts of weight, the deliberate progression, a creature perfectly adapted to its environment, moving with a quiet, unsettling grace. It's a fascinating example of how life can adapt to even the most challenging conditions. Now, let's consider the hunting strategies of the echidna squid, found in the abyssal depths of the Pacific and Indian Oceans. This squid has developed a truly specialized method of acquiring food. The echidna squid, despite its relatively small size, rarely exceeding 30 centimeters in length, is a formidable predator. Its primary hunting technique revolves around a long, thin arm equipped with a sticky, parrot-like foot. This foot, significantly longer than its body, is used to probe the seafloor, searching for crustaceans, worms, and other small invertebrates. What makes this hunting style so unique is the squid's deliberate, almost theatrical approach. It uses the foot to gently tap or prod the seed, triggering the prey to scuttle away. Then, with incredible speed and precision, the squid extends its arms and snares the fleeing prey. The act is surprisingly graceful, a testament to the squid's neurological control. The speed at which it can react and extend its arms is remarkable, considering the immense pressure it's operating under. It's a calculated ambush, relying on surprise and rapid execution. The squid isn't simply grabbing blindly, it's actively seeking out its target, demonstrating a level of tactical awareness rarely seen in invertebrates. This method showcases the evolutionary pressure, the constant need for efficient food acquisition in a resource-scarce environment. Moving deeper into the abyss, we arrive at the blobfish. This iconic creature, found along the continental slopes of the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, is perhaps most famous for its perpetually sad expression. However, this appearance is a direct consequence of its habitat. The blobfish lives at depths ranging from 600 to 200 meters, where the pressure is approximately 160 to 230 times greater than at sea level. Its gelatinous flesh, lacking a swim bladder, an internal organ used by most fish to control buoyancy, is perfectly adapted to withstand this extreme pressure. When brought to the surface, however, the pressure difference causes the flesh to expand, resulting in the familiar, drooping form. It's a stunning demonstration of how an organism's physiology is inextricably linked to its environment. The tissue lacks the structural support necessary to cope with the reduced pressure and essentially inflates like a balloon. It's a fragile beauty, perfectly suited to its home, but utterly vulnerable outside of it. The blobfish is a poignant reminder of the delicate balance of life in the deep ocean, and the profound consequences of disrupting that balance. The blobfish's existence also highlights the broader challenges faced by deep sea creatures. These animals are incredibly sensitive to changes in temperature and pressure, conditions that are drastically different from those they're accustomed to. The exploration and exploitation of deep sea resources, such as mining and fishing, pose a significant threat to these fragile ecosystems. Protecting these unique habitats and the amazing animals that call them home is crucial. The blobfish, in its peculiar form, is a symbol of this vulnerability, a living embodiment of the ocean's hidden depths and the importance of conservation. As we consider the incredible adaptations of these deep sea creatures, the walking fish, the ambush squid, and the pressure-sensitive blobfish, it's clear that the deep ocean represents one of the last truly unexplored frontiers on our planet. These animals are testaments to the resilience and ingenuity of life, showcasing how evolution can shape organisms to thrive in environments that seem almost alien to us. Their survival is a constant negotiation with immense pressure, perpetual darkness, and scarce resources. It's a story of adaptation, a narrative woven into the very fabric of the ocean itself. The more we learn about these extraordinary creatures, the more we appreciate the complexity and wonder of our planet's most mysterious realm. The pressure down here is immense, a crushing weight that would instantly flatten any life form not exquisitely adapted. We're venturing into a realm largely untouched by the sun, a place of perpetual twilight and extraordinary survival. Let's explore the astonishing world of deep ocean creatures, inhabitants of the Hadal Zone, the deepest parts of our planet's oceans. Over millions of years, life has found a way to thrive in these extreme conditions. The Hadal Zone, encompassing depths exceeding 6,000 meters, is a landscape sculpted by geological forces and defined by scarcity. Food is a precious commodity, and survival hinges on ingenious adaptations. Many creatures here exist in a state of near total darkness, relying on senses far beyond our own comprehension. Consider the anglerfish. Often depicted as grotesque, these predators actually represent one of the most remarkable evolutionary stories in the deep. Their most prominent feature, a bioluminescent lure extending from their heads, isn't simply a decorative element, it's a highly sophisticated hunting tool. This dangling light, produced by symbiotic bacteria living within the lure, acts as a beacon, attracting unsuspecting prey, small fish, crustaceans drawn to the promise of food. The color of the light, often a pulsating blue-green, is specifically tuned to the visual sensitivity of deep-sea organisms. The anglerfish can control the intensity and pattern of the light, a subtle manipulation that plays a crucial role in successful predation. It's a testament to the power of evolution, a demonstration of how even in the darkest corners of the world, life finds a way to flourish through strategic illumination. Then there's the dragonfish, a truly astonishing inhabitant of the abyss. Unlike the anglerfish, which possesses a singular lure, the dragonfish utilizes multiple photophores light-producing organs scattered across its body. These photophores aren't just for attracting prey, they're also critical for communication. Dragonfish use intricate patterns of flashing light to signal to each other, attracting mates, establishing territories, or perhaps even warning off rivals. What's truly remarkable is the mechanism behind this bioluminescence. Dragonfish utilize a chemical reaction involving luciferin, a light-emitting compound, and luciferase, an enzyme that catalyzes the reaction. This process is incredibly efficient, producing light with minimal energy expenditure. The dragonfish essentially create their own stars, miniature beacons in a world devoid of sunlight. Their ability to control the color and intensity of their light displays is a fascinating area of ongoing research. The deep sea isn't just about individual predators, though. There's a complex web of life, a delicate balance that has evolved over millennia. Giant isopods, resembling oversized shrimp, scavenge on the ocean floor, consuming dead organisms and contributing to the recycling of nutrients. Viperfish, with their enormous teeth and elongated snouts, are formidable hunters, preying on anything that ventures within striking distance. And then there are the snailfish, delicate, gelatinous creatures that demonstrate an incredible resilience to the crushing pressure of the Hadal Zone. As we consider the sheer scale of the deep ocean, it's important to grasp the immense, largely unexplored nature of the Hadal Zone. The deepest point on Earth, the Challenger Deep within the Mariana Trench, plunges to a staggering 10,929 meters, that's nearly 7 kilometers deep. Yet, scientists estimate that we've explored less than 5% of this region. The Hadal Zone represents a vast, largely unknown frontier. It's a place where new species are constantly being discovered, where geological processes are unfolding at a slow, profound pace, and where the limits of life itself are being tested. The challenges of exploring the Hadal Zone are immense. The pressure alone is a significant hurdle. Specialized submersibles and remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, are required to withstand these forces. Collecting samples is difficult, and the delicate nature of deep sea organisms makes it challenging to bring them to the surface without causing damage. However, technological advancements are continually pushing the boundaries of what's possible. We're developing new robotic systems capable of operating at extreme depths, and researchers are utilizing advanced imaging techniques to study these creatures in their natural habitat. Looking at the distribution of species, we see a remarkable degree of specialization. Many organisms exhibit adaptations related to buoyancy, allowing them to maintain their position in the water column despite the immense pressure. Others have developed unique physiological mechanisms to cope with the scarcity of oxygen. The deep sea is a testament to the power of adaptation, a showcase of biological innovation. The exploration of the Hadal Zone isn't just about satisfying scientific curiosity. It has profound implications for our understanding of life on Earth. Studying these organisms can provide insights into the origins of life, the evolution of biodiversity, and the potential for life to exist in other extreme environments. The deep ocean may hold clues to unlocking new medicines, developing novel materials, and even understanding how life can adapt to the challenges of climate change. It's vital that we continue to invest in deep sea research. The discoveries we make in these remote, challenging environments will undoubtedly shape our understanding of the planet and our place within it. But equally important is the need to protect these fragile ecosystems. The deep sea is increasingly threatened by human activities, including deep sea mining, plastic pollution, and climate change. We have a responsibility to ensure that these unique environments are preserved for future generations. As we consider the vastness of the Hadal Zone and the immense scale of what remains unknown, it's clear that exploration is not merely an adventure, it's a fundamental imperative. The pursuit of knowledge, the desire to understand the world around us, is at the heart of the human spirit. The deep ocean represents one of the last great frontiers on Earth, a place where the boundaries of science and discovery are being pushed to their limits. Let's champion the continued study and conservation of these remarkable environments. Let's inspire the next generation of scientists and explorers to venture into the darkness and unlock the secrets held within the deepest reaches of our planet. The answers to some of the most profound questions about life and our universe may very well be found in the silent, crushing depths of the Hadal Zone. The pressure down here is immense, a constant, silent weight. It's a world almost entirely devoid of sunlight, a realm sculpted by forces far removed from the familiar warmth and bustle of the surface. We're delving into the heart of the deep ocean, exploring a landscape both alien and profoundly important to our planet's health. It's a place where life has adapted in astonishing ways, flourishing despite the seemingly impossible conditions. Consider the sheer scale of the deep ocean. It covers over 70% of our world's surface, yet we've explored less than 5% of it. The depths are categorized into distinct zones, each with its own unique characteristics. The abyssal zone, beginning around 4,000 meters, is characterized by perpetual darkness and crushing pressure. The Hadal Zone, the deepest trenches like the Mariana Trench, are even more extreme, pushing the limits of what we thought life could endure. These environments are not empty voids. They are teeming with life, albeit life that often appears fragile and ghostly. Let's talk about the crucial role deep sea ecosystems play in the global carbon cycle. These aren't just isolated pockets of life. They are integral components of a massive, planetary scale system. Organisms living in the deep sea, particularly certain bacteria and archaea, are responsible for a significant portion of the ocean's carbon sequestration. They accomplish this through a process called chemosynthesis. Instead of relying on sunlight for energy, like plants, these microbes utilize chemical energy derived from reactions involving compounds like methane, hydrogen sulfide, and ammonia, substances abundant in hydrothermal vents and cold seeps. These vents spew chemicals from the Earth's interior, creating localized, incredibly rich environments. The microbes consume these chemicals, effectively locking away carbon from the water column and the atmosphere. This process isn't just about removing carbon, it's about transforming it. The carbon is incorporated into the biomass of the organisms, and then, when those organisms die, the carbon sinks to the seafloor, essentially burying it for centuries, even millennia. Over millions of years, this process has contributed significantly to the formation of fossil fuels, the very source of energy that drives much of our modern civilization. Understanding this process is absolutely critical as we grapple with climate change. It highlights the ocean's potential as a natural carbon sink and emphasizes the need to protect these vulnerable ecosystems. The deep sea isn't just a remote wilderness, it's a fundamental regulator of the Earth's climate. Now, let's shift our focus to a truly remarkable aspect of the deep ocean microbial life. The sheer diversity and abundance of these tiny organisms is astonishing, and it's something we're only just beginning to appreciate. For a long time, scientists underestimated the importance of microbes in the deep sea, focusing primarily on large, charismatic animals like anglerfish and giant squid. However, recent research has revealed that microbes are the dominant life form in many deep sea environments, far outnumbering multicellular organisms. They're found everywhere in the water column, on the seafloor, within the guts of larger animals, and even forming vast mats on the sediment. These microbial communities are incredibly complex, with thousands of different species working together in intricate networks. Some specialize in breaking down organic matter, feeding on the remains of dead organisms that sink from the surface. Others play a role in nutrient cycling, transforming elements like nitrogen and phosphorus into forms that can be used by other organisms. Still, others are involved in the formation of mineral deposits. The genetic diversity within these microbial communities is immense, suggesting a level of adaptability and resilience that's truly remarkable. We are discovering that these seemingly simple organisms are conducting complex biochemical reactions on a massive scale, influencing every aspect of the deep sea ecosystem. They're the unseen architects of this hidden world, and their role is far more significant than we ever imagined. As we consider the challenges of studying such a vast and inaccessible environment, the emergence of new technologies is opening up exciting possibilities. For decades, exploration was limited to manned submersibles and remotely operated vehicles, ROVs. These vehicles, while valuable, have inherent limitations in terms of depth, maneuverability, and data collection capabilities. Now, we're seeing a revolution in deep sea exploration driven by advances in robotics and autonomous systems. There are autonomous underwater vehicles, AUVs, designed to map the seafloor, collect data on ocean currents and temperature, and even search for hydrothermal vents. These AUVs can operate for extended periods, gathering data without direct human intervention. Furthermore, researchers are developing smaller, more agile robots, sometimes referred to as nano-robots, that can explore the narrow passages and crevices of deep sea environments. These robots are equipped with sensors, cameras, and manipulators, allowing them to collect samples, conduct experiments, and even perform repairs on underwater infrastructure. Another significant development is the use of tethered robotics, where robots are connected to a surface vessel via a cable. This allows for real-time control and data transmission, making it possible to conduct complex operations at great depths. 3D printing technology is also playing a role, enabling the creation of custom tools and components for deep sea exploration. And of course, advancements in sonar technology are continuously improving our ability to map the seafloor and detect underwater objects. These technological innovations are not just about pushing the boundaries of what we can see. They're also about collecting more detailed and accurate data, which is essential for understanding the complex processes that occur in the deep ocean. The future of deep sea exploration is undoubtedly intertwined with the development of increasingly sophisticated robotic systems, enabling us to unlock the secrets of this final frontier. The deep ocean remains one of the last truly unexplored regions on our planet, a realm of immense scientific potential. It's a place where we can learn about the origins of life, the evolution of ecosystems, and the fundamental processes that govern our planet's climate. Continued research and exploration are crucial, not just for scientific curiosity, but for the long-term health and sustainability of our world. The deep ocean's influence extends far beyond its immediate surroundings, impacting us all in ways we are only beginning to comprehend. Let's turn our attention now to a realm far removed from the familiar warmth of the sun. drenched ocean surface. We're going to explore the deep sea, a place of immense pressure, profound darkness, and creatures utterly adapted to a world unlike any other on Earth. This is a journey into the Hadal Zone, the deepest parts of our planet's oceans. And as we delve deeper, we'll uncover the incredible adaptations of the animals that call this environment home. The defining characteristic of the deep sea is, of course, the absence of sunlight. Photosynthesis simply cannot occur at these depths, and the water above is perpetually black. The intensity of darkness gradually increases with depth, but it's not a gentle fading. It's an absolute, impenetrable void. Light from the surface doesn't penetrate beyond a few hundred meters, and beyond that, it's as if the sun never existed. This total lack of illumination has fundamentally shaped the evolution of the life forms that inhabit these regions. They have lost their reliance on sight, and in its place, they have developed an extraordinary array of other senses to navigate and find sustenance in this perpetual night. The pressure at these depths is also staggering, reaching over 1,000 times greater than at the surface. This immense weight compresses everything, including the water itself, creating a truly hostile environment for most organisms. We'll begin to understand this environment by identifying several distinct zones within the deep sea, each with unique conditions and inhabitants. One of the first, and most frequently discussed, is what's known as the midnight zone. This zone begins roughly at 200 meters below the surface and extends down to approximately 1,000 meters. It's characterized by a noticeable, though still significant, drop in pressure and a continued, absolute darkness. While there's no sunlight, the water isn't entirely devoid of life. Specialized bacteria, often chemosynthetic, thrive near hydrothermal vents and cold seeps, providing a food source for larger organisms. These bacteria utilize chemical energy, rather than sunlight, to fuel their growth. Fish in this zone, such as anglerfish and viperfish, have developed bioluminescence, the ability to produce their own light to attract prey or communicate in the darkness. The midnight zone represents a critical transition, a place where the constraints of the surface world begin to loosen, and the adaptations necessary for survival in the deep sea become increasingly pronounced. Moving even further into the abyss, we encounter the abyssopelagic zone. This region stretches from approximately 1,000 meters to 4,000 meters below the surface. Here, the darkness intensifies dramatically and the pressure becomes truly immense. It's a region of staggering emptiness, a place where the vast majority of the ocean's volume is essentially uninhabited by complex life. Food is incredibly scarce, and organisms have evolved to exploit even the tiniest of opportunities. Many species in this zone are gelatinous, possessing large, translucent bodies that minimize their energy expenditure in the cold, high-pressure environment. They drift passively, relying on ocean currents to carry them and waiting for passing prey. Giant squid and colossal squid are among the most notable inhabitants of the abyssopelagic zone, showcasing the scale of life that can exist in this remote and challenging realm. The pressure at this depth is approximately 400 times that at the surface, and the temperature hovers just above freezing. And then there's the hadopelagic zone, the deepest region of the ocean, and arguably the most extreme environment on Earth. This zone begins around 4,000 meters and extends down to the bottom of the ocean, generally considered to be around 11,000 meters. It's a world of unimaginable pressure, exceeding 1,000 times that at the surface. The temperature here is consistently just above freezing, and the darkness is absolute impenetrable. It's a zone of immense geological activity, with frequent earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, creating new features and influencing the distribution of life. The creatures that manage to survive here are truly remarkable adaptations of resilience. We're talking about animals like the Mariana snailfish, a small, translucent fish that can withstand pressures that would instantly crush most other organisms. Scientists have only recently been able to observe these animals using remotely operated vehicles, providing our first glimpses into this utterly alien world. The existence of life in the hadopelagic zone presents a significant challenge to our understanding of biology. The pressure is so great that it disrupts the fundamental properties of water, affecting protein structures and cell membranes. Organisms living here possess unique biochemical adaptations that allow them to maintain their cellular integrity under such extreme conditions. Some scientists believe that these adaptations may hold clues to understanding how life could potentially exist on other planets or moons with similar, albeit potentially different, conditions. Studying these animals helps us push the boundaries of our knowledge about the limits of life itself. Consider the slow, deliberate movements of deep sea isopods, scavenging on the ocean floor, or the delicate filtering of amphipods, consuming microscopic particles. Each of these animals, seemingly insignificant on its own, plays a crucial role in the intricate food web of this extreme environment. The flow of energy is slow, reliant on the constant rain of organic matter from the shallower waters above. The life cycles of many deep sea creatures are incredibly long, reflecting the scarcity of resources and the challenges of reproduction in this environment. As we consider the hadopelagic zone, it's important to recognize that much of it remains unexplored. The sheer difficulty of accessing and studying these depths has limited our understanding of the diversity and complexity of life that exists there. New discoveries are continually being made, challenging our preconceptions and expanding our appreciation for the resilience and adaptability of life on Earth. It's a place where the laws of physics and biology are pushed to their absolute limits, and where the secrets of the deep ocean continue to beckon. These zones remind us that our planet holds countless mysteries, waiting to be uncovered through persistent exploration and scientific inquiry. The darkness here is profound, a velvet curtain drawn across the world. It's a realm unlike any other, a place sculpted by immense pressure and perpetual twilight. Let's explore the astonishing secrets held within the deep ocean. The sheer scale of the deep ocean is almost impossible to truly grasp. It covers more than 70% of our planet's surface. Vast distances separate us from these hidden ecosystems, and the further we descend, the more extraordinary the life becomes. The deep ocean isn't a uniform space, it's a tapestry woven with incredible variation. Consider the abyssal plains, seemingly featureless expanses covering vast areas of the ocean floor. These plains are incredibly rich in nutrients, a consequence of organic matter sinking from the sunlit surface waters above, a process known as the marine snow. This constant supply of food fuels a surprising abundance of life. Then, there are the hydrothermal vents, dramatic chimneys erupting from the ocean floor. These aren't randomly distributed. They cluster in areas where tectonic plates meet, creating fissures in the Earth's crust. The water seeping through these fractures is superheated and saturated with dissolved minerals, primarily sulfur. This extreme heat and chemical composition creates a unique environment, supporting communities of organisms unlike anything found elsewhere on Earth. These vent communities, including tube worms, clams, and shrimp, derive their energy not from sunlight, but from chemosynthesis, a process where bacteria convert chemicals into energy. It's a remarkable example of how life can adapt and thrive in the most challenging conditions. The cold seeps, similar to hydrothermal vents, also play a crucial role. Here, methane and other hydrocarbons seep into the surrounding water, again supporting specialized microbial communities. These ecosystems are incredibly fragile, yet remarkably resilient, demonstrating the tenacity of life. And let's not forget the whale falls. These are the carcasses of large marine mammals, whales, for instance, that sink to the ocean floor. Initially, scavengers, such as amphipods and bacteria, feast on the remains, triggering a surge of activity. But the real drama unfolds over time. As the bones slowly decompose, they release minerals into the surrounding water. These minerals, particularly iron, become a vital food source for massive sulfide, oxidizing bacteria. These bacteria, in turn, support larger animals like giant isopods, sharks, and even sleeper sharks, which can survive for extended periods near these bone beds. It's a cyclical process, a demonstration of how death can fuel new life. The deep ocean's biodiversity is simply staggering. We've identified thousands of species, and scientists estimate that many more remain undiscovered. Consider the anglerfish, a creature perfectly adapted to the dark. The males, often dwarfed in size compared to the females, are parasitic, attaching themselves to the females and relying on them for sustenance. The females possess a bioluminescent lure, a glowing appendage that attracts prey in the pitch black depths. Their extraordinary adaptations are a testament to the power of natural selection. Then there are the giant squid and colossal squid, elusive predators lurking in the abyssal zone. Their immense size and remote habitat make them incredibly difficult to study, but evidence suggests they are among the largest invertebrates on Earth. We are only beginning to understand their role in the deep seafood web. The diversity isn't limited to large animals. The deep ocean teems with microscopic life, bacteria, archaea, and protists that form the base of the food chain. These tiny organisms play a critical role in cycling nutrients and carbon throughout the ocean. Their activity is fundamental to the health of the entire ecosystem. As we consider the sheer number of species inhabiting these extreme environments, it becomes clear that the deep ocean represents one of the last great frontiers of exploration on our planet. It's a realm of unparalleled complexity and fragility. The deep ocean is also vital for regulating our climate. The ocean absorbs a significant portion of the carbon dioxide we release into the atmosphere, mitigating the impacts of climate change. Deep sea currents play a crucial role in distributing heat around the globe, influencing weather patterns and ocean temperatures. The pressure at these depths is immense, approximately 800 times greater than at the surface. Organisms living here have evolved specialized adaptations to withstand this crushing force. Their cellular structures, proteins, and enzymes have evolved to function under extreme pressure. These adaptations provide us with valuable insights into the limits of life and the potential for life to exist in other extreme environments, perhaps even on other planets. The deep ocean also provides us with a wealth of resources, from minerals to pharmaceuticals. However, it's crucial that we explore and utilize these resources responsibly, minimizing our impact on these fragile ecosystems. We must prioritize conservation and sustainable practices to protect the deep ocean for future generations. The deep ocean's existence is inextricably linked to the health of our entire planet. It's a reminder of the interconnectedness of all living things and the importance of preserving biodiversity. This incredible environment holds so many unanswered questions and potential solutions for our future. The diversity of life within the deep ocean isn't just a collection of unique species. It's a testament to the resilience and adaptability of life itself. It is a humbling reminder of the vastness of our planet and the countless wonders that remain hidden from our view. Exploring the deep ocean is not just about discovering new species. It's about understanding the fundamental processes that govern life on Earth. Quietly beneath the waves, a silent world thrives, a world of darkness and pressure, of heat and cold, of survival and adaptation. As we consider the profound secrets held within this realm, we are reminded of the incredible power of nature and the importance of protecting this last great frontier. The deep ocean's enduring mystery continues to inspire awe and wonder, urging us to approach it with respect, curiosity, and a deep commitment to its preservation. And as our exploration of deep ocean creatures comes to rest, let your thoughts drift, calm and unhurried, until sleep finds you. Good night.